Hi, it's Tuesday and you're watching Project Excellent, and this is Kirsten. So for those of you that actually know me, my favorite book will not be a surprise, but I shall read the back book cover and see if you can guess the book. About 3 things I was absolutely positive. First, Edward was a vampire. Second, there was a part of him, and I didn't know how dominant that part might be, that thirsted for my blood. And third, I was unconditionally and irrevocably in love with him. Okay, I'm joking. That's not actually my favorite book. But I'll tell you what is my favorite book, The Outsiders by S.E. Hinton. I'm going to read you a little snippet of The Outsiders, and then you can win a copy of it, which I don't have my copy with me now because it's at my mom's. But I'm going to read you part of the first chapter. When I stepped out into the bright sunlight from the darkness of the movie house, I had only 2 things on my mind: Paul Newman and a ride home. I was wishing I looked like Paul Newman. He looks tough and I don't, but I guess my own looks aren't so bad. I have light brown, almost red hair and greenish-gray eyes. I wish they were more gray because I hate most guys that have green eyes, but I have to be content with what I have. My hair is longer than a lot of boys wear theirs, squared off in the back and long at the front and sides, but I'm a greaser, and most of my neighborhood rarely bothers to get a haircut. Besides, I look better with long hair. I had a long walk home and no company, but I usually loan it anyway, for no reason except that I like to watch movies undisturbed so I can get into them and live with the actors. When I see a movie with someone, it's kind of uncomfortable, like having someone read your book over your shoulder. I'm different that way. I mean, my second oldest brother Soda, who is 16 going on 17, never cracks a book at all, and my oldest brother Daryl, who we call Derry, works too long and hard to be interested in a story or drawing a picture, so I'm not like them. And nobody in our gang digs movies and books the way I do. For a while there I thought I was the only person in the world that did, so I loaned it. Soda tries to understand at least, which is more than Derry does. But then, Soda is different from anybody. He understands everything, almost. Like he's never hollering at me all the time the way Derry is, or treating me as if I was 6 instead of 14. I love Soda more than I've ever loved anyone, even Mom and Dad. He's always happy-go-lucky and grinning, while Derry's hard and firm and rarely grins at all. But then Derry's gone through a lot in his 20 years, grown up too fast. Soda Pop will never grow up at all. I don't know which way's the best. I'll find out one of these days. Anyway, I went on walking home thinking about the movie and then suddenly wishing I had some company. Greasers can't walk alone too much or they'll get jumped, or someone will come by and scream greaser at them, which doesn't make you feel too hot if you know what I mean. We get jumped by the Soch. I'm not sure how you spell it, but it's the abbreviation for the socials, the jet set, the West Side rich kids. It's like the term greaser, which is used to class all us boys on the East Side. We're poorer than the Soch in the middle class. I reckon we're wilder too. We're not like the Soch, who dump greasers and wreck houses and throw beer blasts for kicks and get editorials in the paper for being a public disgrace one day and an asset to society the next. Greasers are almost like hoods. We steal things and drive old souped-up cars and hold up gas stations and have a gang fight once in a while. I don't mean I do things like that. Derry would kill me if I got into trouble with the police. Since Mom and Dad were killed in an auto wreck, the 3 of us get to stay together only as long as we behave. So Soda and I stay out of trouble as much as we can, and we're careful not to get caught when we can't. I only mean that most greasers do things like that, just like we wear our hair long and dress in blue jeans and t-shirts, or leave our shirt tails out and wear leather jackets and tennis shoes or boots. I'm not saying that either Sochs or greasers are better, that's just the way things are. Okay, so leave a comment or a video response, and you could win a copy of the book, and I'll even write something in it if you want. I don't think there's any rules for this contest. I think we get to make up our own. I'm gonna say the comment that makes me laugh the most will win the book. So try and put a funny comment or video response, whichever you prefer, to this video, and I shall pick the one that makes me laugh the most, because that's what I like to do.